Hello. So today I'm going to do a reading. I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do a reading for, but I just thought I'd pull some cards. Energy's been feeling a little bit weird lately. I feel like we're in a really exciting time right now, but it's also a bit strange. So that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying yeah. So anyway, I just thought I'd pull some cards and kind of see what comes up and see if there's any bits of advice in here for some of you. So yeah, pull a few cards. All right. Okay, all right. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got Justice, and we've got Two of Swords. So I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune card, it's like karmic cycles are coming to an end. I think this one came out not long ago, but I feel like there has been so many karmic loops that have been replayed over and over again, and it's like we're at the point where everybody's like, enough's enough. We're in such a massive time of changing karmic cycles and not going down the same path that we have been for so many years. And I feel like with the Justice card, it's kind of like, which is kind of relevant to things that are going on, especially in New Zealand right now and other countries around the world, about justice and bringing things to justice and what is just and true, and fear, and bringing things back into balance, because I feel like things have been tipped out of balance for so long that things are being tipped back the other way. And that's not necessarily just to do with what's happening in New Zealand at the moment. I feel like that's to do with everything, in terms of relationships and work situations, and the way you feel and the way you want to live, and money and everything. Things are being tipped the other way because things have been out of balance for so long that it's like especially February, like now is our time to kind of bring everything back the way it should be, or the way that feels right to us and feels fulfilling to us, because it hasn't been like that for so long. And with the Two of Swords, I feel like it's decision time for a lot of people. It's like, for some examples, it could be that you're at a turning point of, do I stay in this relationship or do I not stay in this relationship? Or, do I move forward with this person or do I not move forward with this person? Or do I stay in this job? Do I leave this job? Do I take this job or do I wait for something else? Or do I make this improvement for my health, or do I make my improvement with my health in another path, go down another area? Any kind of situation, but it's like there needs to be a clear decision where it's like that you're not going down the same road anymore. You're not going to be sucked into those karmic loops and cycles happening, and you're going to make a choice, and then you're going to trust that everything happens as it's meant to, and that you're trusting your intuition and the decision that you have made. So there can only be a good outcome if you are trusting your intuition. So yeah, I feel like massive shifts happening. So things happening in the background as well. Like there's a lot that we can't see right now. So it's like things are happening behind the scenes that we aren't aware of, and every little thing that is happening is part of the plan for the bigger outcome. So if at times it kind of feels overwhelming, or like you're not too sure what's happening, it's like the trust is such a big thing right now, is that just trust that everything is working out as it's meant to. As long as you're following your intuition and feeling and going towards what feels right for you, then you'll be okay. So again, the wheel, which is the same one, the Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel, expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. So so it's like there's going to be a shift, something, and again with it happening quite, so a sudden positive change. So it's like there'll be something that perhaps an announcement, or in terms of possibly a relationship or something. It's like you could hear from somebody, or hey, they went the other way. So you could hear from somebody, or you could have a person walk into your life, or a new person come into your life quite suddenly and unexpectedly, or you could have a job offer really suddenly and unexpectedly. Yeah, so it's again, I'm getting the blank card where it's like anything could happen, which I think was in the monthly February reading that I did. That is that just anything can happen, and so if you're feeling down and out kind of thing, it's like just stick with it, because you're on the right path, and all of your work is being recognized by the universe, and yeah, it will all be worth it. I think that's the message here, is that it's going to all be worth it. All of this is the process to get us to something greater, so it's all part of the process. Remember that. All right, and then we've got the Four of Autumn. So it says, be cautious of living. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building walls and keeping people out. So yeah, and I feel like that's such a big thing at the moment. It's like with the black and white, like this is this kind of thing, which I feel like that kind of thinking has got so many people into so much trouble, because it's like there's been no grey area, because it's like, well, this is what I believe, and you're wrong if you don't believe what I believe. And that's not true, because that person's truth is their truth, and another person's truth is what they truly believe. So how can somebody say that your truth is not true? Because that makes no friggin' sense whatsoever. So yeah, I feel like that's something that this month is all about as well. And around this time, is that the black and white thinking is not working for us anymore. So that really needs to change. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card. And TikTok. So I feel like with this card, it's just like things are changing very soon. The clock is ticking, and yeah, things are just around the corner. So TikTok, it's like things are changing and it's coming really fast, and I think like I feel like so many people are just tired and just exhausted from everything that has happened in the last couple of years, and it's like we are literally almost there of the change, and we've had so much change already, but I feel like there's another big shift coming, and this will be like a huge shift in terms of how we move on to the next phase of our lives. So I know a lot of you are feeling exhausted and just tired and down and out kind of thing, but stick with it and follow your intuition. Go with what feels right, and it will pay off very, very soon. So yeah, I think that's a message that somebody needs to hear. Then yeah, stick with it, or we'll turn very soon. Okay. Alright, well, I hope that helps somebody out there. If you would like a personal reading done by me, then you can message me at hello@staceysadler.com, or I'm doing in-store readings as well. So yeah, and I'll talk to you on the next reading.